Okay guys, it's early here. I need to get my voice down. So listen, I'm going to give you some key support and resistance levels for Bitcoin. Also, you saw in the thumbnail, I think we might have a major move for Bitcoin in about 2 days. I'm going to cover this as well. Remember guys, you can access all these live charts on my website 24/7. The link will be pinned in the first comment in the description. So let's go on to this. So this was a tweet I made 9 hours ago. I said we were in a rising wedge. 70% of the time these typically break to the downside. And you can see this is what happened. This was resistance, support. Now we're breaking to the downside. I will come back and give you support and resistance levels. This is the last video I put up. This was January 7th. I'll put a link up this video now if you want to check it out. Listen to what I said. 42,713. If you push above that, your next resistance to watch is right here around 43,633. And then your resistance, very strong resistance above, is going to be 44,742. And your support now is going to be down here at 40,491. So I told you your resistance was 42,700. If we cannot get above that, your next support's around 40,500, this line down here. And you can see that's exactly what happened. We topped out. We cannot get above this point, 42,700. You can see we came down and found support on this line at 40,689. We dropped a little below. Again, guys, there's an angle depending when you make contact, depends on the price, but we found support there and pushed up. Just want to go through a few things before I give you some support levels and cover that that ring where I think we're going to have a move. But guys, I keep you updated daily, if not hourly, on Twitter. I was saying there was a fight between support on the blue ring on the H1 chart and resistance on the C1 chart. We were at 41,816. I said the MACD and the RSI both are way overextended, hinting to more downside, so expecting a drop. You can see how this played out. We dropped from 41,816. And we found perfect support right on this blue ring. A lot of guys are killing it. You have to go back and read the comments, but a lot of people are killing it, playing these support and resistance levels. So we hit it, we bounced, and then I made another tweet. This was 16 hours ago as we were pushing up. We're testing key resistance on the C1 chart now. That's right here. I said next major resistance above is on the H1 chart. So I was saying this is very strong resistance on the H1, and this is going to be strong resistance on the C1, hinting that this would be an ideal point to short. You can see how this played out. This 13 hours ago and rejected. We rejected at this line, and we cannot get above this resistance on the C1 chart. So again, these charts help you know when to get in and when to get out if you're swing trading. And this is the most recent tweet I made about the rising wedge. So just to show you, this is a published version of the C1 chart. This is the chart that I think is going to show that we're having a move, potential big move in about 2 days. This published on December 19th. Remember, these published charts cannot be edited. Just want to show you how they played out. So just want to show you, notice this line we found support on twice. We got resistance at this blue line and then resistance here, and that is right here. So you can see this green line right here, and you can see this blue line right here. That is right here. We found support, resistance, resistance. So just showing you these charts are accurate, and once they're published, or once I create them, I do not change them. This is the H1 chart, and I'm going to give you support and resistance levels on this chart as well, but notice this is where that tweet I was talking about, it nailed the bottom once and twice. So you had two perfect entry points. And as I said before, I'm going to cover this as well, this is going to be very strong support down here. So I do expect to get a bounce. Actually, we'll have double support. And this is how the H1 chart played out, published December 19th. I might play on this. And you can see we came down, found support on this blue ring once, twice, pushed up, got rejected. So your support is going to be down here at this blue ring, and then this is very strong support here. Let's see. So guys, I try my best to help you know when to get in, when to get out. I try to tell people we were topped out at 51K. And I'm going to cover this chart as well. You can see this is currently our resistance right here. But, you know, I made a poll. This was 2 weeks ago. It says Bitcoin pumped to 51K. Where do you stand? And I gave people options where we're entering a bear market, so I took my profit. I'm out 40%. Hell no, I'm not taking a profit. This bull cycle is not over. 60%. So 60% stayed in, 40% got out. And then I made a more realistic poll. Bitcoin pumped 51K. Now more realistic poll. I'm too smart to be suckered into a bull trap. Made my gains. I'm out 52%. I'm a brainwashed idiot moon boy who thinks Bitcoin's going to moon soon. 48%. So a lot of people decided to stay in. I tried to help, but and then I did another poll up here. So Bitcoin pretty much topped at around 51K, and now it's dropping. What did you do? It was 50-50. So at least half of you guys listened to me and got out. So again, and I'm gonna cover this chart, but your next major support, and there is some confluence between different charts, around 39,000 seems like a likely point to catch a bounce. But remember, this is our resistance right now. So let me get on to the to that ring. So this is the C1 chart. Just want to show you this. So this ring right here, this is where I'm expecting a move. And understand, guys, while I'm good at giving you support and resistance levels, how I got my start with my channel was predicting moves. I published this chart on June 24, 2019, and I was saying this ring was the ring of capitulation. And once we cross that ring, we'd start our bear market. And you can see how this played out. As soon as we crossed that ring, we started coming down. We rode up this ring, bottomed on this ring. So when I say we're going to hit a pivot ring, do not take that lightly. But again, I think it's very possible when we cross this ring, we could get a drop. And the timing for that, at current price action, until we make contact with this ring, is about 2 days and 12 hours. So anywhere from 2 days to potentially 2 days and 18 hours once we cross it. Understand that if we drop, we'll hit this ring sooner. If we push up, we hit it sooner. But the apex is about 2 days and 12 hours. And that is this chart, just zoomed out. So how it happens is, when you're respecting a fib circle as support, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, what happens is when you're respecting the rings as support and resistance, once you make contact with the ring and you cross it, that's what I call a pivot ring. So you can get a major move to the upside, or potentially get a major move to the downside. I do think the downside is more likely. If you watch previous videos, I explain why, with the Fed tapering off money, possibly raising interest rates. I'm expecting downside for the stock market, so it seems likely that we have some downside, but do pay attention. I think that big move will take place in a little over 2 days. Let me give you some support and resistance levels, guys, to pay attention to. So currently on this chart, you can see price is dropping. So your current support right now is going to be right here at 41,300 to potentially 40,000. Well, let's just say 41,000. Your next major strong support, remember I said confluence. So as I showed you on this chart here, if I can find it. So right down here, this is actually a fib retracement. So there's confluence here between, this is roughly right at 39,000. And you can see on this chart, this, hold on, guys. So 39,000 on that chart. The H1 chart, let's see here. So your first support is 40,747. Your next support is right down here around 40,200 to 40,154. And on this chart, the C1 chart, again, a lot of confluence. So around 39,000 to 40,000, you could get a bounce. So pay attention to that. And remember, if we're down here, we cross this ring, we could get a major move to the downside or the upside. But your strongest resistance, so if we push up, your current resistance on the C1 chart is right here at 42,000. You have very, very strong resistance up here around 42,800. Which, basically 42,800 is going to be very strong resistance. I don't see us pushing up that far. I do think we test around 39,000 to 40,000, you could catch a bounce. Right here is around 39,000. I doubt we're going to drop straight down, but I would watch around 39,000. The C1 chart, let's see, this is H1 chart. Apologize, guys, I didn't plan this out too well. So again, pay attention, 40,000 to 39,000. Your first major support to watch, 40,747. Next support around 40,300. Your current resistance right now is right here around 42,000, very strong resistance. The next major resistance on this chart is around 43,000. Again, do not expect to push that high, but just want to make sure you have those targets. And on this chart here, right here, so you can see, again, your current resistance is this trend line right here. You can see it was resistance, 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 support. Now it is resistance, and we're coming down. So it does look like if you want to catch a bounce, again, I'm not saying this is a bottom. I'm just saying this would be a point to enter long between 39,000 and 40,000. And if we do push up, pay attention to this trend line. It could be resistance around 40,000, which is not much of a bounce. If you get above that, then we could be looking at higher targets around 42,000, and then you got very strong resistance around 44,900. So again, these are more macro targets. And again, if we do break this support at 39,000, guys, it's game over. I mean, we got targets way the hell down here. That's pretty much it, guys. Remember, pay attention to the stock market. The Dow is currently down 54 points after market trading. If markets are down, guys, Bitcoin follows the market, so that can be your first indicator in direction. If you start seeing this drop 200-300 points, then chances are Bitcoin's going to come way down. But guys, that's it. If you do want to access these charts, website's octocrypto.com. I have a link pinned to the first comment in the description. That's it. To the next video. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.